Hello, I'm Rachel Wade, shamanic, intuitive transformational coach and healer. And I help women who feel stuck in unhealthy patterns to then live a life with passion and with purpose so that they are a powerful force of strength, courage, and confidence. And my purpose is to be an enabler, sharing my wisdom and giving people the safe, sacred space they need to make significant life changes. And my proven life-changing results are through using transformational coaching approaches and also combining this with shamanic principles and practices. So this video is about savoring the pause and opening up to transformation. And I'm going to talk about that in more detail in just a moment and share with you 3 golden nuggets to help you improve your life straight away. So you may have noticed that I've been a bit quiet in the month of August this year. I've not written many blogs or launched any vlogs out, these Pura Vida Your Life happenings, or been thick in the business hustle. I felt I've been called and I felt the need to savour the pause, which was very much needed as there's been some huge shifts and transformation happening to me personally and professionally. So to enter this period of pause, for once, it was a conscious way of being. So in the past, I would have ignored any prompts to pause, and then something would have come in to force the pause, such as an illness or a life catastrophe, something that karma would smack me over the head and to make me go into a state of pause. So maybe you've experienced that too. So out of nowhere, there's been a bolt of metaphorical lightning that hits your life and you're forced to stop. And it can be tough when this happens. And no matter how hard you try, you fight it, but you can't win. You just have to surrender and allow it to unfold. So I believe that the pause is something to welcome and to savour. It comes when you need it most and not when you think it will. It won't wait for us to improve our lives or when we've met our goals or achieved a milestone in our life or business, or when we go on our next trip to have a rest, or when we find the time to relax. So for the month of August, I consciously followed this way of being. I slowed down instead of rushing. I paused to savour the current moment. I really noticed everything about the moment and found small things to appreciate. I found time to be grateful for what there is right now, right here. Allowing the things that were bothering me in life just to wash over me without fighting them, without pushing them away, instead leaning into them and to learn from them. And I was not allowing little things to offend me because they're not worth ruining the moment. So letting the beauty of the moment wash over me. That's all I did, really, for the month of August. And I'm sure that you probably know all these things already, but to be honest, do you really do them? So the secret is to practice them. Practice that pause, and then the rewards of joy, insight, and inspiration will flow in. And that's pretty much what's happened for me. So in savouring the pause, I entered into a period of transformation. I describe it as a caterpillar weaving its cocoon and entering a period of metamorphosis in the chrysalis. So just like the caterpillar, I felt that I was fully grown in my role as a HR professional. So after all, I've had that position for 26 years, and in the last 6 years, I have built and run my own successful HR consultancy. But now was the time for me to go inwards, do the work, let go, surrender, lose the attachment, and enter metamorphosis. And in reality, the growth and metamorphosis has been happening in my life over a period of time. And it has really intensified in the last 2 months. And this has been through some deep transformational work I've been going through. And I've been called to take the path of my soul gifts and callings, my true purpose in life. So that time has come. That time has come to let go of my old identity and my business as a HR professional and step forward as a shamanic healer, working in the energy body and energy field with the use of shamanic practices and tools. Combining my teachings and skills as a coach, I feel this is where I can make a real difference to people and to the world. But it's not been easy to get to this point. It's been a journey of personal healing, learning and growing, letting go of the past and a life that I've put every effort into to build up until this point. But I now own and accept my power gifts and hidden strengths. I now know who I am and what I want to be known for. I now walk the path of the wise woman and reclaim the archetype of the medicine woman, united with Mother Earth, Pachamama, Mama Gaia. It's an honor and privilege to do this work, to be in service to others and the world. I feel alive for the first time in my life with magical grace and wonder. I have rebirthed as a healer, a witch, a sage. I'm liberated and I am flying high. I am me. I finally recognize the woman looking back at me in the mirror. So with that, I'm letting go of my HR consultancy. I am now focused 100% of my time and energy in my personal development and life transformational business, Pura Vida Your Life. So some have said to me, this is a brave step, and I'm sure some of my family and friends think I'm mad to leave a secure and successful business behind. Yes, there has been some pangs of fear that have crept in, I'll be honest. But for me, it feels like the right thing for me to do, to be in perfect harmony and alignment with my divine soul purpose. This is where the sweet spot is for me and where I can receive so much joy and happiness. This work really lights me up, more than words can actually describe. And I open my heart to this life change, just as the butterfly shakes free of the chrysalis and takes flight with her glorious, colourful wings in her new life. Our human potential is unlimited and transformation is possible for all of us. I'm not saying that you need to pivot like me, but I'm sure you have a niggling need to change something in your life. Maybe you are being called to make a significant change in your life. Is it time for you to change who you are and become the person you want to be? There are so many things people want to do in their lives. They want to lose weight, break free from addiction, learn a new skill or trade, start making more money. And people have goals and desires, and it's frustrating when you're watching your scale not move, when you see nothing's happening, nothing's shifting, or you're back to smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, or you're going nowhere in your career. There is something that's just not working for you. And when you try to make that big change, you've read all the books on how to do it, and you're trying to do everything you can do to come up with it, but you keep coming up short. But there has to be a reason why you're failing, and you need to know what this is. You possess the greatest gift known to mankind, the power of choice. Is there something in your life that could be better? You have everything you need right now to change it. You really do. You can't always control external people or events, but there's a secret. Everything changes when you change yourself. Smart people know that we achieve our best life when we take time to look honestly at who we are and where we are, and then make a change. In other words, we can transform ourselves into someone completely new. It's easier said than done, right? Well, it does take work, without a doubt, but it is possible. And a great way to get started is with my 3 golden nuggets to help you take the crucial steps for a powerful personal transformation. So number 1, what is the outcome? To get to what you want, you must first know exactly what the final outcome will be. You won't get there if you don't understand exactly what you want. So sit down, take time, pause, and define your current problems or flaws, and decide what will they be like once you've transformed them. But don't just think about it either. Make a concrete idea around this. Write it down. And my top tip here is add a list of reasons why you would want these changes. Write down all the great things that will happen once you have transformed complete. This will motivate you when you're tempted to fall back into your old habits and ways, or give up on that path, because it can be a hard path to change. And all those reasons will reinforce the reason why you're doing it, why it's so important to you. And number two, golden nugget number two, learn from others. Change always involves learning new things, but you can create your own shortcut. Instead of starting from scratch, learn from the journeys and mistakes of others who have already taken the path that you're embarking on. It can cut your learning phase in half, and you can also learn by their mistakes. So my top tip here is do some research and read personal stories, tips and tricks of people who have created their own personal transformations. Avoid the mistakes that they made and adopt the habits that help them to achieve their goals. What were their strategies? And at the very least, these stories will inspire you to keep going day after day. They will let you know that you are that you're doing, they will let you know what you are doing, and where you are going is not only not impossible, but that's possible for you. So be the outcome. There's a popular cliche, we've all heard it, fake it until you make it. And there's some validity to that statement. So when you act as if an outcome has already occurred, it's much more likely to happen. So your brain can't distinguish between what you visualize and what's actually out there in the real world. And my top tip here is adopt the identity of yourself as someone who already has made the changes you aspire to. And your actions will be those of someone who has already made the successful transformation. This in turn leads to results in the real world that simply confirm your new identity and your new reality. So in that, what I've done to help my transformation is to really step into that persona of a shamanic healer. And that means adopting all the principles and practices and living my life shamanically. In doing that, that then has reinforced the fact that this is the life and the path for me. So let's summarize those golden nuggets again. What is the outcome? Learn from others and be the outcome. And I know it's really difficult to make changes or even consider making changes when you're burnt out or exhausted. But this is where I can help with my exclusive and intimate program designed to help women awaken their limitless higher potential, igniting their powerhouse and move forward with divine soul-driven purpose. It's a new life mastery and transformational program tailored specifically for busy women. You may be in a managerial position or an executive woman who is seeking change in your life. So to find out more, book a call with me, and I will share the link on my social media pages. So I help women replace fear with faith, replace weakness with strength, and replace internal struggle with confidence to effectively claim their life back in just 3 months. So they can be and do and have more, and fully embody their inner warrioress in order to break through all that holds them back. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again for next week's Pura Vida Your Life Happens for insight, inspiration, and more golden nuggets to help you live a happier and happier life. So until then, remember, Pura Vida Your Life, it all starts with you. Until next time, Pura Vida.